Hey, I'm Jill, and I get to share with you a little bit today about heart healing. It's one of my favorite subjects. It means so much to me because when God healed my heart, it just transformed my life. It's just one of the best experiences I've ever had. And I want to tell you a little bit about it. So, February is a beautiful month for celebrating love, and it's a perfect time for heart healing because when your heart gets healed, then you learn how to love in deeper ways, more beautiful ways than you've ever imagined. And so I'm hoping that's what's going to happen for you too. So I used to think I was pretty normal, and if I gave you a Valentine, it looked just like this, but my heart really didn't look this way. If you could look at the real one, it had sort of places in it like this that were wounds. I don't know if you can see that, but this is a wound. And it came from an experience. I've had lots of these wounds from childhood, and I think lots of people do. Lots of people have life happen to them, and it's not fun. But these wounds affect everything that happens to you. I mean, the way you relate to life. The wounds in your heart, they can affect how you see yourself. They affect the atmosphere around you. They affect your relationships. They even affect your face. You can walk in the grocery store and you can see people, just watch people, and you can watch people go along and their face just reflects their pain sometimes. And my heart just goes out to them because I know what it's like to be there, and I know what it's like to be out, and being out is really beautiful. So traumas happen to all of us, and sometimes they happen to us in a way that we don't even know how to cope with it, and it creates these burdens that we just carry with us, and it just weighs us down in our lives, and it's really how we respond to those traumas that make all the difference in the world. The way I responded to my traumas was not so good. It's hard. It's hard because when something bad happens to you, it's a natural response to say, I'll do anything it takes so that will never happen to me again. And when you do that, it's like you put a barrier around your heart to protect yourself from pain. So there's my barrier. Here's my barrier around my heart. And it's very effective. It keeps the pain from getting in, but there's a problem with it. It's because love can't get in there now. And love can't come out there now. So we've been hurt by love, and so we protect ourselves from it. But the problem is when love can't get in, that's the food that our heart needs so badly, is love. And when our heart doesn't get the love that it needs, it just begins to die in places. And so we protect ourselves from the pain, but the result we pay a high price for. And that's why healing is so wonderful. So keep on going. The barriers that we build in our lives can cause all kinds of things to happen. My grandmother used to call me a cold fish, and I think it's because she was picking up on my inability to really express the love that she expected to see in my heart. But I had really closed down because I felt like love had really let me down, and I was afraid. I was afraid to be open, and that's the way it used to be. But what if you knew that very tenderly, very gently, Jesus in his love could come into the deep place of pain in your heart and heal you like you never imagined, and heal you beautifully, like taking the lid lid off and letting the sunshine in for the first time. What if you knew that he understands the pain that you've been through so perfectly and so exactly, that he knows exactly how to come into that wound in your life and heal it completely. When my wound was healed, it was powerful. And after my wound was healed, I could take off the barrier because I didn't need it anymore. There you go. And the wound was completely gone. And along with the wound being gone, the anger was gone. And when the anger was gone, the fear was gone. The bitterness was gone. And all of a sudden I discovered something wonderful, is that love could come in and love could flow out. And it was almost a new experience for me to be able to be able to receive that love. Because before, when love would come to me, I would say, they don't really mean it. It's not really for me. I'm not good enough for that. And I just wouldn't receive it. But when my wound was healed, then the love could flow in and the love could actually flow out of me. And that was just transforming. It was just life transforming for me. And I could learn to love with my whole heart, not part of it or not a try. It was just being able to love with my whole heart. And I also learned that when people's hearts are healed, often, very often, the physical pain that they've been dealing with is healed at the same time because they're related. And a lot of times the pain in your heart and the struggles that you go through affect your body, affect the chemicals in your whole system. And so healing one sometimes brings healing for the other too. So you get more than one benefit from heart healing. And that's what happened to me. I was healed when my heart was healed. First my heart was healed, then my body was healed. And I'll tell you a little bit more about that on Monday, because we want to give you a very special invitation. We want to invite you to a heart healing seminar at Stephen and Brooks Prayer Room, and that's going to be February 8th at 6:30. 8 at 6:30. And we're going to take you step by step through a process of heart healing that's going to be just transforming. You're not going to leave the same. It's going to be like you took 100 pounds off of your back when you walk out of that prayer room after you get done with our seminar. It's very easy. It doesn't hurt. It's wonderful, and it's just the best thing ever. And we want you to come. It's a beautiful time to come because it's the Monday before the Valentine's weekend, and we want you to have the best Valentine's you've ever had, because you'll be able to freely love. There won't be any fear or anger or bitterness left in you, and you can just, even your face is going to be different when you leave that night. And I want to talk to maybe just one person that you would like to come, but you might be a little bit afraid. We want you to know that you can wear a mask if you want to. You can sit 6 feet apart from anybody else if you want to. You can. You don't have to talk to anybody. It doesn't cost anything. You don't have to say anything. You can just sit in the back and you can listen. And we don't want anything to keep you from having a chance just to hear what God can do in your heart, how He can change you, how He can transform the pain that you've been going through and that maybe weighs you down. We want to give you the opportunity to really have a transforming evening, and we don't want any fear to be able to keep you from doing that. So we invite you, and we hope you can come. If you have any questions, just put them in the comment box below, and we'll be glad to answer your questions.